The moment the power grid fails, silence spreads faster than darkness. Within seconds, routers drop, cellular towers switch to battery backup, and the invisible network that coordinates modern life begins to decay. Most people imagine a blackout as a lighting problem. In reality, the greater threat is communication collapse. When the grid goes down, the systems that allow cities, hospitals, and emergency responders to synchronize their actions begin to fracture. Signals disappear, networks fragment, and the information flow that holds society together thins to almost nothing. The danger is not simply that you cannot call for help. The danger is that no one knows what is happening anywhere else. Technically, modern communications appear resilient. Cellular towers contain battery banks designed to last several hours. Some critical sites have diesel generators. Fiber optic networks are buried underground and physically protected. At first glance, the infrastructure seems robust. Yet this resilience depends on a constant supply chain of electricity, maintenance, and network coordination. A cellular tower may remain powered, but it still relies on upstream switching centers, fiber repeaters, and network authentication servers that must also stay operational. If even a few critical nodes fail, the network degrades rapidly into isolated islands of connectivity. The misunderstanding most people carry is that mobile phones connect directly to satellites or operate independently of the grid. In reality, almost every call travels through a dense web of terrestrial infrastructure, base stations, microwave relays, switching facilities, and data centers. Each of these requires continuous power and cooling. Battery backups rarely exceed 4 to 8 hours under heavy load, and during widespread outages, the surge in call attempts overwhelms remaining capacity. Networks throttle traffic automatically, prioritizing emergency channels while civilian signals fail to connect. The hidden science lies in network dependency layers. Communication systems function as hierarchies, where local access points depend on regional aggregation hubs, which depend on national backbone infrastructure. Remove electricity long enough, and these layers collapse sequentially. Evidence from major blackouts confirms this pattern. During the 2003 Northeast blackout in the United States, cellular networks became unreliable within hours as backup power drained and switching congestion intensified. Similar patterns occurred after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, where more than 90% of cellular infrastructure failed within days despite hardened facilities. For survival planning, this reveals a critical implication. Communication redundancy cannot rely on a single technological ecosystem. When grid power fails, digital infrastructure decays in stages, and by the time most people realize the depth of the outage, the ability to coordinate evacuation, locate supplies, or receive emergency updates may already be gone. The escalation begins quietly, with dropped calls and delayed messages, then accelerates as infrastructure nodes begin to disappear from the network map. And when that silence expands beyond the cities, the next vulnerability emerges.